morning, guys. Welcome to the second edition of Bricks and Barons. So I'm here with Mr. Shashidhar, CEO of the Machani Real Estate, Machani Development, Machani Group itself. Yeah. So thank you, Shashi, for giving us your time. It's early morning. I know you have a busy schedule, so thanks.
Thanks so much.
And we are here in Shwasa, which is the flagship residential project of the Machani Group. So maybe we could start with giving us introduction about the group itself and the roots of the group.
Thanks, Rahul, for making it early in the morning. Firstly, as a group, we've been around a long time. From the 1930s, as MG Brothers in Bellary area. We were well known for transportation business. And from that roots from where they come, which is right now in Andhra, actually, it's a place called Emignur, where Somappa grew up and built his business from there. So lots of businesses actually, Panium Cements, Deccan Wires, spinning mills, cotton mills, lots of stuff, all in the infrastructure space. Of course, right now some of them are not in existence, but at that time it served purpose.
Absolutely.
And that is the genesis of the group. And, So at this moment of time, come to now, 2020, we are the largest spring maker for auto industry. We have about 12-13 plants across India, one in the US, and we serve all the auto industry across. Well known for our design and R&D work that we do in the space.
Sure.
Okay. And therefore, a hardcore engineering company. That is our DNA. Real estate then happened primarily because, when you start business in 30s and 40s, some of the land that you own are in the middle of the city. When we started, probably they were at the end of the city. When you say Baswangudi, you have 3 acres. I think other than the government, I don't think anybody else has that kind of government. And of course, the Ramakrishna Ashram.
Right. So these lands were all acquired
60s, 70s.
So what led to the thought to develop the former industry into a place like this luxury upmarket sort of apartment complex?
Okay. See, first of all, let's say why into real estate itself, because one was of course the land itself. The other one was, I think we felt that we would do more justice to this land, having held it for 50-60 years. You give it to one of some of the best developers in town. For them it's another project. Because they do so many. There will be one more as far as they're concerned. So we didn't want that aspect where we said, the legacy land which the great Somappa had left behind for the family had to be iconic, representing the man for his vision and his grandiose idea of what India should be. And therefore, to be true to that, we said maybe we'll do more justice than anybody else. And that was how we started the work. And we found a great architect in Namit, who echoed the Indian heritage feel. And therefore, it kind of meshed well when we started talking. And one thing led to another, and then we had the whole building laid out. And then, having been in business, the maze of laws that are there. And I think we knew how to navigate that part. And we navigated it pretty well.
What has been the impact of COVID on the luxury real estate space, if at all? So is there any impact? And if so, what the impact is?
No, I think initially the reaction was an overreaction, where everybody felt the world is over, and everybody started hoarding rather than spending. They all felt what you have, please hold on to it. And of course, businesses which were running couldn't get their cash flows anymore. So there was a couple of months of panic in everybody's mind as to how this will pan out. But fortunately, I think once the economy opened up, post those 2-3 months of shutdown, I think slowly people realized, and human mind is so adaptable. Any adversarial positions, you find ways to live.
Sure.
It can't be that life is over. And obviously, there are people who had overstretched balance sheets would have been in trouble.
Right.
Primarily because the banks would have started making a lot of noise.
Right.
But I think the government stepped in at that time, gave all the waivers that you needed,
Right.
Helped you to survive through that period.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean that you're out of the woods.
Yeah.
Okay, because there are lots of issues with the balance sheet.
Okay.
With a lot of over-engineered balance sheets because a lot of debt sitting on the on the books.
Okay.
Cash flows are still not in
Right.
as good as it should be, but there is sales happening.
Sure.
Okay. And I think after the first 2 months, luxury market came back.
Okay.
Okay, luxury market wasn't bad at all.
Right.
In
Did the
fact,
buyer
I would-
sense any opportunity and therefore they
Exactly.
wanted to maximize
Exactly.
because they had the
You
resources
see, one, they
available?
could get discounts.
Yeah.
Second one was that it's ready to move in.
Right.
So these were the two important aspects that
Yeah.
they were looking for.
Sure.
Moment you are ready to move in,
Correct.
people willing to pay.
Yeah.
And for Swasa, our experience was different. Not only were they willing to pay, they were willing to pay a premium. Instead of a discount, they gave me a premium
Yeah.
and ready to move in. So we had that double benefit.
You're seeing demand in all segments coming back strongly?
Oh yes, very strong, very strongly. I think
Right.
the only issue is Bangalore is driven by IT.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So almost 35% of the population has gone back home.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
which is why there's a lot of vacancies
Yeah.
in all the markets like HSR layout and
Yeah.
a few other places,
Yeah.
which were predominantly linked to the IT sector.
IT sectors, yes.
So all these people have gone back, right? So now how do you handle those empty ones? Because
Right.
they have to come back.
Right.
And if the statements that you hear from the IT guys saying, only 30% of the people will come back to work
Right.
in their offices and the
Right.
balance can be rotating.
Right. Right.
That doesn't augur too well for Bangalore.
Right. Right.
If that were to be implemented
Yeah.
in its spirit and in actuality,
Yeah.
then I believe there will be some amount of pain coming up.
Sure.
But I think we'll adapt. We'll do
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah.
And it won't be long. I think once the fear goes away, the vaccine is already here.
Yeah.
Maybe a year.
Right.
I think we need to give it a year.
Correct.
For example, Prestige has already signed up with Office a couple
Yeah.
of days back.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're way ahead of their time. No, everything tells me there's a boom coming there. But our problem is our land issues. I believe there will be people who will specialize in it, who will make sure these land banks are available. If we will put a team together to look at a very smart building
Okay.
which manages itself,
Right.